Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And that gets him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number. All right, people want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richards. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now Jackson. Touchdown! season. And the Huskies' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Little. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 6 now. Up the middle they go. Little. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. He'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here comes third and the length of the football. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. He'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now here's Ross. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And this one too low.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That is caught, and he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And all the way in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds Escobar complete. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Poe. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, it's Little. And he's got room. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
First down, Brooklyn.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 3rd down, Poe. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll run on first down. It's Richards. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And some strong running. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Richards. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Richards. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Huskies go up by 2 touchdowns. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Brooklyn first down.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him. Let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bulls get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where 5 quarters couldn't decide a winner. This one ends in a tie. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Buccaneers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback Lamar Jackson. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Ross on the return. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. 3rd down and 1. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Jackson now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drop.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richards. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Huskies are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football. Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. That throw left side to start the drive is complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Dorsey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down. It's Little, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Little, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down, Poe. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick here is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Jackson. ...6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, Gardner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Richards, and he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. From the 41, here's second down at 7. As we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that'll bring up second down. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
San Juan's offense ready to get started again. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Richards, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 8. And Escobar has it left side.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got it. It's Escobar. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd and 10. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Richards. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And 10.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run the counter. It's Richards, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without it.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Now 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Huskies look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on 1st down. Richards. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Richards.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
On 1st down, it's Richards.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for San Juan, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.